よいしょ。シャーロック・ホームズ・アウェイ。やっていくか。難易度。若きさん。ウィリの。マイクロフト。ああ。謎解きなのかな。ゲームの内容はよくわかってないんですけど。選択した証拠を四角で固定して、久々に質問をしよう。人々にだ。勝手に文字送りされます。要は、シャーロック・ホームズが、クトゥルフ神話の世界に入り込んだみたいな。すげえコラボ。チャプター1、ロンドンの影。ベイカーストリート。
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
突然始まった。ゲームへようこそ。移動するには L スティックを使い、対象とインタラクトするには ×。元々のゲーム自体は結構古いゲームっぽいんだよ。このリメイクピッチャーセンス。正感情だ。倒れん。
This mess is getting out of hand. What will the landlady think?
郵便をチェックしようみたいなことですな。これか。そうです。アドバタイザー誌。1882年9月28日。スウェーデンのイルドゥア妃によるロンドン訪問中に数々の不幸な事件が重なり、英国とスウェーデンの外交関係に大きな緊張が走っている。特に長年王妃に仕えてきた個人警護人が失踪した事件は、英国の外交団の顔に大きな泥を塗ることになった。警護人は非番を利用してロンドンを散策していたが、当日の夜の行事に姿を現さず、そのまま行方不明となった。ゴールはそうか。 警察の広報担当者は本誌に対し発見は時間の問題であると語る。大柄で典型的なスカンジナビア人の身体的特徴を持つ警護人には、禁止淑女問わず気づくはずだと警察は自信を隠さない。
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
これは調べらんない。3分の1やね。
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
そもそも何？ピザ？
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
相当若いな、行方不明のストランド。出かけます。
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
結構カメラがキビキビ動くから読むかも。これ。ピクチャーセンスパート。外は雨模様であり、今日は天候に適した服装が必要となるだろう。なんとかボタンで操作手帳を開き、R1 で一応タグ。帽子読み。はい。選択できないんだが、どうやって動かすんだろう。かぶるような音しかしてない。ん？ああ、そういうことかい。操作方法独特。 ヒゲはなんか意味あるの？演奏する時とかに使うの？偽物の傷跡って言っちゃった。
Don't look at me. If you want the newspaper, you'll have to get your hands dirty.
.帽子を身につけよう。言えない。これじゃダメなのかな。帽子違い？雨用の帽子とかじゃないの？ゴミ箱の中じゃない。自分家の前だろう。
If you come across one of my drafts, please leave it in the bin.
ダッシュとかはない。まだその状況に駆られてない。自分家どこだっけ？これだよね。これか。なんとこれ。何かの骨？溶画？
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
わざわざサボテンの針使わんくて。
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
何が？今日起きた重大事件。色が違う。明らかにこっちを選んでください。
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around you.
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson.
Cool, now I can take the day off.
新聞に何をした？男はどこへさ？何してたんだ？
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there was a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
玄関先の。
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises.
どこはどこ？
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears if you have more shillings. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
失礼。記憶の宮殿に新たな疑問が出現した。セレクトボタンを押して、操作手帳を開き、記憶の宮殿に移動して送信。疑問に答えるには正しい証拠を選択する必要がある。なんかこれ昔やった記憶あんだ、こんなの。方向固定。信号を読めなくした犯人。 ゴミ箱の中で見つけたストランドシーにはサボテンの針が刺さっていた。肌に刺さると引き抜くことは非常に困難となり、毒を出れば理想的な暗殺道具になるだろう。文文の残りのページは水に濡れ、発言の土で汚れた。物的証拠観察結果、関連文書と表現。なんかうねった。新聞売りの少年から得られた証言は少ない。彼は部屋に近づく不審な男に気づいたが、その後大きな音が聞こえたそうだ。そして男は玄関先にひざまずいたが、少年は客の対応中に男を見失った。その男は本を大量に抱えていたらしい。撃たれたんかな。バーンズ氏が計画に加担している。新聞売りの話では不審な男が大量の本を抱えていたという。そして今朝、本屋のバーンズ氏がワトソン先生に小説の本を配達した。暗殺用のサボテンの針、大きな音をバーンズ氏が聞こえる。
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
Get the Strand. Get. Your copy of the Strand here.
とりあえず本屋に行けばいいんだろう。どこだ。馬。道が塞がっとるわね。
May I ask you something?
I'm really sorry, but I can't help you. Try asking someone else.
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
飛べるんかい、しかも。
How about that Vogel fellow? He seems rather obsessed with you. Would he do something like this?
観察する。じろじろ見るやん。目の下のクマ。時間労働。めっちゃ目の前でじろじろ見る。インク。舐め回すように見るやん。右足に大きく体重がかかった。バトの高い。不眠と辛労に苦しむバーンズ氏の目の下には大きなクマができてしまう。足を引きずっているのは襲撃された結果だろう。上げ底靴を履き、実際より背を高く、必要な人物を演じているのは、今後の襲撃を防ぐためだ。バーンズ氏は何者かに脅迫され、僕の暗殺計画に巻き込まれたのかもしれない。仕事中だ。知らずに利用されている可能性がある。これ、選択すんの？
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
今まで舐め回すように見てたのは気づいてなかったんだ。多分一瞬の出来事だったんですね。
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please?
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
2ヶ月後。
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
No, really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood. I could hardly imagine anything more macabre. I could hardly imagine anything more macabre. Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
外来植物の目録。バーンズの店の机にあった外来植物の目録。永遠の愛を象徴する永遠の植物。
language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
こういう暗号じゃないけど知らせ方がある。
The finest view London has to offer. An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
他に調べられそうなところがない。出ちゃっていいよ。うん。壁に貼られてるのも。出ちゃったけど、うん。あとは何かな。この辺で。バーンズが奇妙な行動っていう。どういう理屈で進んでんのかよくわかんない。進んでんのか、本当に。これだけじゃ足りない？うん、まだ進まないっぽいな。なんかある？
I like bookshops. One of the few spots in London where you are shunned for making a racket.
So,
Didn't you once tell
answers
me
a
that
clock now.
answers usually
Who's a
lie in
good
plain
boy?
sight?
外なんかやるとな。
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original. The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
剣の針。
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin? The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
観察。多い目。視線を避けているのか注意が足りない。化粧をしている。夢中の胸方。こうかな。花屋の仕事のやつ。綺麗だ。手に来てから。フレミング夫人は夫の死を忘れぬよう夢中であることを示す胸飾りを身につけている。高価な布地で作られた服は仕事には不向き。服には泥がついておらず、ここに来る前に履かれた。彼女の視線は頻繁に通りへと向けられ、何かを探しているかのように、誰かを待っている。フレミング夫人は死別した夫との思い出を大切にしているが、化粧とおしゃれな服装から悲しみを乗り越えようとしているのがわかる。浮かし込んでいるのは誰かの注意を引かれか、再びおしゃれを楽しむなのかもしれない。この人。嘆き続けているというよりは、なんか、あれですよね、お化粧もしておしゃれもして、夢中であることを知らせているってことは私は未亡人ですよって言ってるように見える。
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
そうこう。去ることもできる。選ぶ。
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless. Though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my
どういう
break.
こと？え 誰がサボテンを置いたのかはわからない。水平から戻ってきた。
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes. I don't know anything about this, sorry. I don't know anything about this, sorry.
外しまくってよくないかな、これ。
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
枯れた花には覚えがないフレミングが自分に向けられたものであることを望んでいるようだ。
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes. I don't know anything
とりあえ
about
ず
this,
全部選ぶ
sorry.
しかないんだ。
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes, no, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a
Oh,
walk in
そういえ
the
ば
park with my dog, and most days I
お
spot
互い犬飼っ
Mr.
てるな。
Barnes there with his new puppy. So we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached. But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
なんかつかめたんか、今ので。逆かと思ってた。バーンズはフレミングが大好き。バーンズは枯れた花を置き、花屋であるフレミング夫人に注意を引こうとしている。花は見かねた夫人が水やりの助言のために店をように仕向けるため。そういうこと。単に必死になっているかのどちらか。バーンズは身分を隠し、机の上の目録で注文したサボテンを夫人に送った。じゃあ、サボテンを置いたのもバーンズ。贈り物としては疑問符がつくが、目録で不老不死の象徴とされるサボテンは、彼にとっては永遠の愛の象徴なのだろう。このサボテンがベーカーストリート221番 1B で、ストランド市の上に来たものであるとは。
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
別に命を狙われてたわけでも何でもなかったってこと。
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable.
単純に自分をよく見せようとしてた
You are
だ
her
け
secret
か。
admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured, we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs.
衝
Fleming.
撃音みたいなや
Please
つ。
come out.
銃で撃たれたとかでわけなくて。
All right then.
植木鉢落とした音。
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
ひどい言いようだ
Oh,
な。
it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
どうすればいいか教えてやろう。
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst
そ
that
れ
can
ができりゃ
happen?
苦労しないん
She
だわ。
rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
洋館を読む。オランド市。1882年9月28日。港で小石の爆発事故が発生。ロンドン港周辺の住民は昨夜突然の爆音で目を覚まし、爆発と赤い濃煙に怯えることとなった。ヨーロッパへ航行中に夕方寄港し、第三埠頭に停泊中だった商船モスクワ内部で複数の爆発が発生したのである。事故に関する港湾当局の公式発表はなく、事故発生時に乗船していた人間がいたかは不明。目撃者の証言では、小石は川に漏出しているようだ。しかし、事故現場は閉鎖され、作業員や一般人の立ち入りは禁止されている。事故の詳細が全て明らかになるには時間を要する。
Come, Dr. Watson.
爆発事
Let us
故。
put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
まあ、最初の事件ではないけど、なんてことない色恋沙汰だった。
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems.
嫌な話やな。
Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
一旦ここまでにしとこうかな。セーブとかしなくていいか。では、お疲れ様でした。